favourites are on the back row. They're ready and they're racing. And down to the inside, Always Annie commenced well, showing speed on the outside of it as Tifla Sabihar, and 3 wide as Purple Shades. Promoted was next, and then Lorenzo Shannon followed further back there by Pumper 9, who's getting into a position just a little better than midfield. Then came Bill's Mate. Just ahead of it is the debutante Stumbling In, followed well back by Supreme Stride, but it's on the improve and a couple of lengths away at the back end of the field now as they come into the straight. As they come into the straight with 2 rounds left to go, was Stumbling In, and Sunrise Arts back with it. Down the lane, and he has a look across here, does Jack Trainer, and sees up on the outside Pumper 9 getting to the breeze. The leader Always Annie, Pumper 9, and on the improve still Supreme Stride. 39.1 the lead time, fairly leisurely. Just in behind the leader there as they go into the back straight is Tifla Sabihar, and the next one on the inside is Promoted. On its immediate outside is Purple Shades, followed well back by Lorenzo Shannon, Bill's Mate, and well back in the field are the stablemate Stumbling In and Sunrise Art. They're down the back straight. And off the back of that pretty leisurely 39.1 lead time, the leader's been pretty much left alone here. It's Always Annie, 3 parts. In second spot, Supreme Stride. Third under lock and key is one of the real bolters, Tifla Sabihar. They were followed next of all the outside by Pumper 9. It gets into a good spot. 1-1 from Promoted Purple Shades. They were followed a length away by Bill's Mate, and then Lorenzo Shannon. And still tail of the field is Stumbling In, and back with it as they come into the lane is Sunrise Art. In that order, a 31.5 first quarter, and it's Always Annie having a lovely run on the van. Leads the way by a length. Second spot parked is Supreme Stride. Third is Tifla Sabihar. They were followed then by Pumper 9 having a cruisy run as well. Promoted 3 pegging, and then came Purple Shades as they leave the straight. Lorenzo Shannon was next, followed by the Grey Bill's Mate, and still the stablemates are together. Sunrise Art and Stumbling In at the tail of the field. Second quarter 31.7, 63.2 for the half. Inside the 600 they run, and down the back of the track the leader is Always Annie, shows out by a half to Supreme Stride, who's right there to challenge. Third under a little pressure now, Pumper 9, Tifla Sabihar, and then came Purple Shades and Promoted trying to work away from the inside the quarter marker. 28.8 for the third quarter. The burn went on, and these two go to war up front. It's Always Annie a neck in front of Supreme Stride. Pumper 9's under pressure to get to them, then Purple Shades and Promoted runs home as they wheel into the straight. Supreme Stride quickly goes out after Always Annie. Pumper 9, Promoted's bringing fresh legs into the race, spots them 3. The leader is Always Annie. Down the outside, Promoted finishing brilliantly, but Always Annie gets a bit of a kick. Here's Promoted putting in one last dive. Camera, it's very wide off the track here, Promoted. It looks as though Always Annie might have gripped on, but it's a photo. Hang on to your tickets. Promoted's made it interesting. Close-up Velvet Stride with Purple Shades. And then came further back to finish Bill's Mate, Lorenzo Shannon. Break off in the field then to Tifla Sabihar, and the stablemates well adrift. Sunrise Art Stumbling In. And this is a Bobby Dazzler of a finish because Promoted has really flashed. Naked eye, I thought the one on the inside. Yep, 2's got it. Just, I reckon it'll be a nose. 2 beats 1. Gee, it finished fast, Promoted. And the 2 got a kick, and the 2's won it. It was a half ahead at the line, a half ahead, 2.5, 2-1-10-5, 2-1-10-5, 240.6 the gross and 216 the rate. Quarters 31.5, 31.7, then 28.8, 29.5, and Always Annie has been able to break through for her second victory. A Bay Filly 3 by Always a Virginet of Annie Cullen. That's by the New South Wales Harness Racing Club manager Bruce Christensen, and also John Starr, Jack Trainer and Blake Fitzpatrick combining with the win. Another hop or two and it was all over because Promoted had them, the 3-legged pacer. It was finishing brilliantly, but the posters beat it, and it's got in by half ahead Always Annie. 2-1-10-5 on the final race. Two 1-10-5. Place getters are back. Always Annie gets in by the half head right off the track. Promoted finished brilliantly. Just missed. 10 third, 5 has got fourth. And it's 2-1-10-5 of the final race. Half head by 2.5, 240 and 6 the gross, 216 the rate. Quarters 31.5, 31.7, 28.8 and 29.5. There goes All Clear on the last 2-1-10-5. It's All Clear right to pay. The winner of the last race, Always Annie, raced by the New South Wales Harness Racing Club, manager B. Christensen, also John Starr, a Bay Filly 3, Always a Virgin, Annie Cullen, Jack Trainer, and Blake Fitzpatrick combining with the win. Good finish in the last. It's been a good night of racing. First taken out by 9 Modern Admirer at $4 for Bruce Birch. Race 2 was taken out by number 10 Plain and Simple at $3.30, Rob Morris. Third going to 6 Conjure Day, Jack Trainer, $1.90, and the fourth to 5 Nova Peel at big odds, Jim Douglas, 28. Number 1 won the 5th race, Milligan at $3.50, Rob Morris notching up a double. The 6th to number 1, Canandy Illusion, heavily tried, Todd McCarthy, $1.60. 7th to 8, the Lone Roan Ranger, Dave Morris, $2.80. And the last race to Always Annie, Jack Trainer at $3.10. And a good night of racing. Back with you for the Group 3 Sydney Cup tomorrow. I'll be joined, of course, by Matt Young with the coverage. We'll do it all again from Bankstown. Thanks for your help throughout the night, Paul. Good night, everyone.